Okay, Gene here. Gonna try to make this fast. Hey, welcome to my Paper Call Blueprint YouTube channel. I'm also the Apollo Media Group affiliate manager, and you're watching this training because either you stumbled upon it in YouTube or you got to it through an email. Either way, welcome. The idea behind this video is to talk about what's working now in pay per call and with respect to websites. And for the folks that are coming from like an email, you're in a training sequence right now, and one of the big things I recommend is like pick a vertical. Pick a vertical first before you decide to start hauling off and building out landing pages and buying domains and getting that all going. We got to take a step back and zoom out a little bit and ask ourselves, like, what are we really doing here? What's the idea behind what we're getting ourselves into in the pay-per-call space, and how are we going to make money with that? And I'll talk a little bit about like what I've done in the past, so you don't have to make the same mistakes, because I've made a lot of mistakes here. And then just give you some quick resources so you can have a website either built for you, or you can do it yourself and then have something up and running by tomorrow, or even a few hours if you buckle down and work on it. So real quick, we want to build mobile responsive landing pages or websites. These could be microsites. They could be like 5 pages or more. They could be literally 1 page. The important thing is that you build out a mobile website, that's designed for pay-per-call to be direct response and it needs to look professional on your phone. And the easiest way to do this is you start with your phone. You definitely start with your phone. And after you've picked a vertical in pay-per-call, which if you haven't done that yet, you can go check out the previous video I created that talks about picking a vertical in pay-per-call, plus some resources on how to get all our Apollo offers in an email. But once you've done that, you've decided, hey, I'm going to build out an addiction recovery website, or I'm going to build out a mental health website, or I'm going to build out a solar website, or I'm going to build out like a mortgage connector website and connect people with mortgage offers or something. Once you got that figured out, now you need to go out and draw some inspiration from your competitors. And I recommend a couple of things. One, break out your cell phone and use the core words and the qualifying keywords. So like we could use solar power as like a good example. Get into your phone, get into Google. The core keyword for solar power, installation for residential solar would be like probably solar, right? That would be like the core keyword. Maybe solar energy, solar power, solar panels. And then like the qualifier keyword would be like company or installers, so start looking, doing some just manual mobile searches for like solar companies and look for smart affiliates. Don't look for like Sunrun. Don't look for Solar City. Don't look for any of these like big solar companies, but look for the marketers that are promoting those offers, because those are the guys that are performance-based. They understand how to make money on the internet. That's their business. That's what you're entering into. And you start to identify what it is that they're doing. Avoid the organic guys. The organic guys are the ones that are going to land on their landing page, and there's going to be a million links to everything, and it just looks like a regular website. Like, ignore those guys. Go look for those mobile landing pages that are like, it's like, okay, there's a logo, there's going to be a phone number, there's going to be like a headline, a sub-headline, maybe even another phone number, some basic information, and then another strong call to action. I mean, very straightforward, like you're not leaving this page until you call me type of thing. That's the stuff you're going to start working with. And you can take a couple of different approaches. I think like the fast approach, like if you want to get into a vertical and you want to test it quickly, you can literally just do a very simple website with like 1 landing page and a privacy policy and like a contact us page. The more legit you can make your website look in terms of like a business, it doesn't have to be like a brick and mortar business, but like a website, like a serious internet business. Like you're going to do better. You're going to look more credible in the eyes of the person that's doing the Google search. You're also going to look more credible to Google. You're also going to build a better relationship with the buyers in our network. So, don't like nickel and dime this area. Just find something that looks decent. You could either rip it or pay somebody to build it out for you. What I like to do, here's what I like to do. I use WP Engine for my hosting. I work on WordPress. I know a lot of guys don't use WordPress. They use very static, simple HTML landers. That's great too. You can do that, and you can use your own server. But I just found that again, I like these long-term evergreen projects. So if I can build out a really nice website and I can put some site links and stuff in my ads because of it, it's just going to make me better. So. Very first thing I do is I use WP Engine. I host a website over there. I got some domain. I go do a quick domain search. Preferably look for an expired domain. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but there's a really good domain website that will give you some amazing domain ideas, and it's pulling from expired domains and auctions, and it's also just creating fresh new ones for you that are available. Which has helped me out significantly, because I do feel like the more credible you can sound throughout your website, like I used to do this. I used to go, hey, I'm running pest control. I am running locksmith. I'm running mortgage connector. These are all like home services based, and I would just put them all on the same website. It works for like home services, but it doesn't necessarily work when you start like piling on like solar and business loans and other things in there. And I find that like, the more refined, the more granular I get. So instead of like having a catch-all home services website, instead I kind of teeter towards like a catch-all locksmith site or a catch-all pest control site. We're getting very granular with our vertical, very targeted. You're going to have more success. I've seen that. I know it works. And so if you're going to pick a vertical like legal or solar or something, make sure like you have those keywords in the domain. It just comes off as more credible. Also, you're in the business of connecting one of these companies with the traffic. So you're a connector, right? You don't need to fake it and pretend that you're the business that's actually going to do the work. That's a big no-no, and you don't have to do that. Get good at explaining what you do. You're a business, you're providing a service of connecting people, whether that's like, the top 5 local solar installers that give you the best prices, or not. Either way, explain that. In addiction rehab, I started out with like, I am the center, call me. And I realized, wow, I just didn't understand what I was doing. And now I'm like, okay, what I do is I connect you with solar or with addiction recovery centers in your area, and find the best one that works for you. That makes way more sense. There's nothing wrong with that. You're basically providing a service, and you need to kind of get that in your mind when you're building out your websites. So I like to ask myself, does the domain, like if I put like solar connector in there, does that make sense? Because I'm connecting people interested in solar to businesses that want to provide it. Or, inpatient recovery connector. Am I connecting people that are looking for addiction recovery with the businesses that can provide that? If it makes sense to me there, then I know I'm on the right page, because that's basically what you're doing a lot of times is you can use clever marketing language to pre-frame that differently, but it's essentially what you're doing. So WP Engine is good. I use Thrive themes. Thrive to me is probably, in my opinion, the best supported WordPress theme company on the planet in terms of like the products and services, the plugins they put out. Is just just way better than Envato, what's that, Jungle Themes website, whatever. I always run into problems with a lot of those guys. I feel like I get a lot of dudes that are like 1 or 2 man shops, so they're just way over their head, and their customer service is absolutely hideous. Thrive Themes is like a real business. They've got amazing cutting edge softwares and services over there. And you can buy like a Thrive theme for like $60 and use it indefinitely across all your websites. I use the landing page creator that they have, which is like a drag and drop landing page creator, so I could whip out landing pages really quick. On top of that, there's some great Fiverr services available that use those platforms, like the Thrive stuff, because it's that popular that they will just build the websites for you. I have a person on Fiverr that will rip any lander that I ask that person to do for like $15, and they do an amazing job. And it's the fastest, easiest way to like test a campaign, to test an offer in a new vertical, because I don't want to like go all in like I did recently with solar, just because I know it's going to be like solar's going to be around for quite a while, and what I did was like I went all in. I went and I paid $1,000. I had my developers build out a really nice web page or website. It's got like it's a simple like 10-page website. It looks great, but hindsight, I would have started with like a simple landing page concept based off of the research that I had conducted, and then had I got that working to a point where it was like, okay, we need to move forward, then I would have solicited the services of my friend who's a great developer and had him build that out. But the minimum viable product can happen in literally like 2 days with outsourced for like $20. Honestly, you can jump on a free WP Engine hosting account. I think they give you like a free trial, and install WordPress, and then go pay somebody after you've got your squared theme on there, your Thrive theme, whatever Thrive you decided in the landing page creator. You can just go hire somebody on Fiverr to build the pages for you, and then once the pages are built, and then go apply. Come to me and go, hey man, I just built this thing out based on one of your offers. I'm going to test it, and then we'll get you going. What else do I have here? If you're looking for like decent angles, I always use the phone book. Honestly, it's like the phone book, if you have one, especially an older one, because the older one, when direct response advertising in the phone book was more popular, you just had like way better ads. There's more competition, good angles in there, at least to draw inspiration from. Try to make them better, obviously. So with that being said, I think that's enough to kind of conclude this video. Plus, there's somebody out there just wailing on the horn in my neighborhood, so I think I'm going to call it quits. Let me know if you... lost my train of thought here. There's going to be an opt-in section inside this video in the description. If you haven't already gotten into the training workflow that I'm teaching folks right now, you can go ahead and opt in there to get some more training. It'll probably bring you back to this video. If that's the case, don't sweat it. We'll get you through to the next one. There's also going to be some resources for the things I talked about, like WP Engine and Thrive themes, and like SpyFu too. I use SpyFu for landing page inspiration. I was using Adplexity too, because there's some really good spying going on in Google Display Network, and you'll find some really decent quality landing pages there too. And then I just have them rebuilt. I just have them rebuilt in using the Thrive Themes landing page creator, and then I tweak everything, so I make them my own. I don't want to steal somebody else's stuff and then like use it like it was mine. So anyway, thanks for watching. I know I kind of drag this stuff out, more conceptual based videos than anything else. Look forward to seeing you on the other side. If you are interested in signing up to be a Paulo affiliate and run some of these great offers that we have, you can go to paulomobile.com and click on I want to sell calls, and then fill out the application that's below the fold, and use Gene17 as the referral code, and you'll be routed to me, and we can get the ball rolling start there. Okay? All right. Talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out.